What's up, YouTube family? Back again for video number 3. Today we're going to talk about my favorite fitness tool. What I feel like is the most important fitness tool of all when it comes to body composition. A simple food scale. Doesn't have to be this one, but any food scale will do. And a lot of people, feel like they don't want to be attached to a food scale for the rest of their lives. And that's understandable. But tell me this, when you have a piece of chicken laying on your plate, is that 8 ounces worth of chicken? Is it 6 ounces worth of chicken? Do you know? How much protein's in that chicken? If you have no idea how much chicken it is, or pork, or beef, or whatever the case may be, then what are the macros in it? What is your caloric intake? You say you want to lose weight, but yet you have no idea how many calories you're taking in. So what I advise people is to download an app. Fat Secret's a perfect example. This particular app is completely free. Track what you're eating for a week. Track your weight every day and input what you're eating. Don't eat anything different. Just figure out where you're at. Simply enter in all the foods that you're eating and track your weight. If your weight's staying the same, then there's your maintenance calories. If your weight's going up, then you're in a surplus. If your weight's going down, then you're in a deficit. But you need to have a baseline. And I know that the internet's full of all these trackers and calculators and all that kind of stuff, but they're all based off of algorithms and they're not really all that accurate. The best way to know what your maintenance is to figure it out yourself by grabbing a food scale and figuring out exactly what you're putting into your body. All right? So if you don't want to weigh for the rest of your life, totally understandable. But I can tell you that after a period of weighing and measuring my food, that now I can go out to a restaurant and have a pretty good idea of, is that 6 ounces worth of chicken? Is that 8 ounces worth of chicken? And not just a restaurant, but, your mama-in-law's house, your brother, your cousin, wherever you may go. I mean, we don't always necessarily eat every single thing that is prepped for us. But if you want to have an idea of what you're putting in, once you've measured some, you get a lot better idea. Because I'll be honest with you, I had no idea to begin with. But now that I've been weighing and measuring for a while, I realize, is that probably 6 ounces worth of chicken or 12 ounces worth of chicken? Is that, 4 ounces worth of broccoli, or is it 10 ounces worth of broccoli? What does a spoon of peanut butter look like, huh? Everybody thinks that they're like, oh yeah, I had one serving of peanut butter. I'm going to tell you right now, when you go to weigh peanut butter, you're going to be sorely disappointed at how much you get for 200 calories. And I say this, and this is one of my favorite things. This is my kryptonite, you could almost say, is nut butters. Love them. Almond, peanut butter, sunflower seed butter, they're all delicious. My point being is, at the end of the day, if you want to lose weight, it's calories in, calories out. If you want to burn body fat, it's calories in, calories out. And if you have no idea what you're putting in, then how on earth are you going to guarantee yourself you're going to be in a deficit? You could be going in there doing all the cardio you want, lifting weights, getting stronger, doing cardio, and yet the scale's not moving. You're not losing any weight. Why is that? You're like, oh, well, I'm eating clean. Eating clean is great, eliminate the processed food, the fried food, so on and so forth. But if you don't know how many calories is in even the clean food you eat, you can still be in a surplus and still be putting on body fat by eating clean. I've seen it. I've done it myself. So, like I said, let go of the stigma that's attached to the scale and just weigh your food for a little bit. Track it in an app. Get an idea of what you're putting in so that you can figure out where your maintenance is at and what you need to do to lose. You don't have to be attached to the food scale forever, but once you get a good idea, you can learn yourself. You can learn what works for you and what doesn't. You can rearrange your portion sizes. And then when you start inputting these things into the apps and learning, you'll learn that, you could eat, say, more white potatoes than you can rice. as far as like number of ounces of things, food volume. You know, take it from a guy that loves to eat, right? I've studied high volume, low calorie food items because I'd rather eat a big old plate of food than something that's very calorically dense. Because for me, I could always eat more. So I've learned to study which foods I can eat more of, such as like vegetables, such as like when it comes to your starchy carbs, you can eat, 4 ounces of rice, 7 ounces of sweet potato, or 9 ounces of white potato, and they all are the same number of calories. So for me, I generally choose white potato more often because of the volume. Although rice is actually my favorite, so I do put that in there sometimes as well. I say all that to say this. Everybody wants to put in the time at the gym, but you don't want to put in the time in the kitchen. And, as they say, abs are made in the kitchen, not in the gym. Everybody's got a six-pack. You've got a six-pack. It's just most of the time we leave it covered up with fat. So if you want to see your six-pack, if you want to get leaner, if you want to lose body fat, start in the kitchen. Get yourself a food scale. Get an idea of what you're putting into your body so that you know how you can adjust that and meet your goals. If you really are serious about meeting your fitness and body composition goals, then be willing to go all in. Be willing to figure out what's going in so that you figure out what you need to put out in order to meet your goals. Look, if you like this video, like the video. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell so you won't miss any of the new videos. And as always, I love you guys. Thanks for coming to our channel.